The record show at 6 o'clock. I'll call a meeting to order. Sarah, will you do the roll call, please?
Gopinauer.
Here.
Linda Barnhart.
Present.
Eric Goff.
Here.
Christina Norton. Tim Lewis.
Present.
Daniel Dean.
Here.
Michael Bush. Ronald Swift.
Present.
Okay, we have a quorum. You have the agenda. No changes to the agenda. Can I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Goff, second by Mr. Gopinauer to approve the agenda as submitted. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved. Next is the Sunshine Law, and that is an opportunity if you have something that you want to speak to the commission about that is not on the agenda under a public hearing. Now will be your time to do that. Let the record show there's no one to speak from the public. Approval of the meeting minutes.
Second.
Motion Mr. Goff, second Mr. Truitt to approve the meeting minutes as submitted. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any questions? Motion passed. Okay, we have two public hearings. First one is Overlook at Riverside, and it's a plan change.
Yes, the first public hearing is a request for major plan change approval. The project is Overlook at Riverside Plan Change Number 4, file 2309-310. The developer is Rotz Family Limited Partnership and the engineer is Frederick Seibert and Associates. It's located in the Falling Waters District, map 7, parcel 160.3. The property is located on the east side of Williamsport Pike and south of I-81. This final plat proposes 17 single-family lots on 3.53 acres to be served by public water and sewer. No waivers or exceptions were requested for this plan change. On November 1st, 2023, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance. The major plan change meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends advancement of the major plan change to the final plat stage.
Okay. Do we have anyone that represents the project?
Trevor Frederick, engineer, FSA.
Okay, this is a public hearing. This is your opportunity to make your comments known regarding this project. Please identify yourself for the record and then your comments.
Yes, good evening. My name is David Valente. I'm the Homeowners Association president for the Overlook at Riverside. I hesitate to call these concerns, but I did have some questions about this plan. We were here over a year ago talking about changing the plan from single-family homes around the amenities park at the Overlook to now adding single-family homes on the backside of the property. Is this an addition in the number of homes or is it overall subtraction? I couldn't get a real read of what the final plan is supposed to be with this meeting. Also, the idea of Ludgate Manor, which is what this road is going to be extended down. Is there still a plan to extend the Ludgate Manor all the way around the food line to the other side so there's a second entrance into the community? If not, that it puts the additional houses put more stress on really what is kind of a tire fire of a traffic circle that we have at the corner of Stager and Chart House. That a lot of residents are just not happy with.
Do you want to address those questions, Mr. Burdick?
Sure. So the first question in regards to the density of this area, the original plan back from the mid-2000s called for this area to be apartments. So we're actually reducing the density in this vicinity of the project. The second question about extending Ludgate Manor. So this project that we're proposing tonight does not extend that Ludgate Manor to connect down around the food line. Additional projects down the line will extend that Ludgate Manor, and it'll come up along the I-81 corridor to connect in front of the food line.
Okay. That answer your question? Okay. Any other questions or comments from the public?
Any further questions? I make a motion to accept or close public hearing. Second.
Okay, let the record show that there's no additional comments. I have a motion by Mr. Gant, a second by Mr. Goff to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any questions? Motion is approved.
There are no questions. I'll make the motion to accept staff recommendation, advance the major plan to the final plan stage.
Are there no questions from the planning commission? Okay. Let the record show that there's no further questions from the planning commission, and a motion by Mr. Gant and second by Mr. Goff to accept staff recommendation, and that is to accept the plan change and advance it on to the final plat stage. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any questions? Motion passed. The next public hearing is Crown Point North.
Yes, this is a public hearing for a request for final plat approval. The project is Crown Point North, Phase 8, lots 1 through 7. The file is 2309-309. The developer is Larry and Laura Faircloth, and the engineer is Kimberly J. Petrucci. It's located in the Falling Waters District, tax map 13, parcel 1.2, and is located at the end of Cromwell Court, approximately 2,900 feet off of Harlan Spring Road. This project proposes 7 single-family lots on approximately 14 acres to be served by private well and septic. Lot 6 is already improved with a single-family residence. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $35,270.40. Additional bonding to be provided with the grading permit, and plat to be released upon receipt of surety and completed developer's agreement.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent the project?
Kimberly Petrucci.
Okay. This is a public hearing. If you have questions or comments regarding this project, now's your opportunity to make those known.
If there is no one, I move to close public hearing.
Second.
Let the record show that there is no one from the public to speak. I have a motion from Mr. Goff, second from Mr. Gant, to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any questions on that? Motion passed. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Ms. Petrucci or of the staff?
There are no questions. I'll make the motion. We accept staff recommendation. Final plat approval contingent upon surety in the amount of $35,270.40. With additional bonding provided, a grading permit, plat to be released upon receipt of surety and completed developer's agreement. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Gant and second by Mr. Gokenhour to accept staff recommendation, that is to grant final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $35,270.40. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Are there any questions? Motion passed. Thank you. Preliminary plat approval, Dollar General, Glengarry.
Yes, this is a request for preliminary final plat approval. The project is Dollar General Glengarry, file 2309-321. The developer is Wall Street Partners WV2 LLC, and the engineer is Thrasher Group Inc. It's located in the Jaredstown District, tax map 30, parcel 12.10, and is located on Apple Harvest Drive, approximately 0.14 miles east of its intersection with Back Creek Valley Road. The project proposes the creation of 1 commercial lot on 2 acres to be served by private well and septic. On November 30th, 2023, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance. The project is found to be compliant with the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends approval of the preliminary final plat.
Thank you. Do we have anyone to represent Wall Street Partners, Dollar General?
Brad Messenger with Thrasher.
I'm sorry, what's your last name?
Messenger.
Okay. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Messenger or of the staff?
I have one. This is just to subdivide the lot, correct? Because it has this 18-foot wide entrance, which for this portion doesn't really matter, but it just doesn't seem like it's really wide enough. 2 8-foot lanes, my pickup truck.
They're preliminary plans.
Yeah.
Still in their flood plan. So this is just whatever they've got in place that they can get their name.
I'm good with that. That's what I figured, but I was going to build a check.
And I can remember when the project came before us last time, we had asked if the engineering firm would check with DOT about a turn lane?
We checked with the DOH, we ended up shifting the entrance, to the right on the sheet to increase the sight distance.
Thank you.
For the turn, they did, the traffic engineer said turn lane.
This Dollar General does not require that they have public water. They're satisfied to let people use the well and septic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I mean, in all reality, the load for water and sewer here is probably much the difference between
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, but I'd have utilized the bathroom in the Dollar General on Route 45. So they do have one there.
They got water and sewer.
Huh?
They got public water and sewer.
Yeah. Any further questions? If not, I'm ready for a motion.
I'll make the motion, we accept staff recommendation, projects compliant with subdivision ordinance, therefore recommend approval for preliminary final plat.
Motion by Mr. Gantz, second by Mr. Goff, to accept staff recommendation, that is to approve the preliminary final plat for Dollar General Glengarry. All those in favor? Opposed? No questions. Motion is approved. Final plat determination, the villas at Warm Springs.
Yes, this is a request for final plat determination for the villas at Warm Springs, lots 1 through 15, file 2310-333. The developer is Panhandle Homes and the engineer is Fox and Associates. It's located in the Apecan District, map 10C, parcel 59.1, 60.3, 60.4, 60.5, 60.6, 60.7, 60.8, 60.9, 61, 61.1, 61.2, and 61.3. The project's located on the east side of Warm Springs Avenue, approximately 900 feet north of Plaza Court. The developer is proposing 14 duplex lots and one single-family detached lot on approximately 3.3 acres to be served by public water and sewer. On May 17, 2021, the Planning Commission granted a waiver to the minimum cul-de-sac radius as required by Appendix A and proposed reducing the cul-de-sac radius to 40 feet contingent upon the following: vacate a portion of the right-of-way of the road to create a community open space area, install no parking signage and paint the curb red in the area of the cul-de-sac, install sidewalk and appropriate crosswalks to create a continuous walking path for the community residents, and include the impervious surface associated with the existing developed lot into the MS4 calculations for the BMPs proposed for this project. On August 2nd, 2021, the Planning Commission granted a waiver to Section 712 of the Berkeley County Subdivision Ordinance requiring a community open space of no less than 10% of the total acreage contained in the development parcel. On November 22nd, 2023, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the January 2nd, 2024 Planning Commission meeting.
Thank you. Do we have anyone to represent the project?
Clint Rock, Fox and Associates.
Planning Commission members, do you have questions of the applicant's representative or of the staff? If there is no questions, I'm ready for a motion.
Yes, ma'am. I'll make a motion. We accept staff recommendation for final plat determination and advertise for public hearing, consideration of final plat approval at the January 2nd, 2024 Planning Commission meeting.
I have a motion from Mr. Gokenhour, second from Mr. Goff, to accept staff recommendation and that is to conduct a public hearing on January 2nd of 2024, at which time the final plat determination will be determined. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any questions? Motion passes. Thank you. Moving right along, does the staff or the council have anything that they'd like to bring up?
I tried to get on this week's agenda, but it's full, so I'm on the agenda for the meeting next week, which to move things forward. I'm gonna update the commission on what we've done since that last hearing. Just go through a whole lot of comments. Basically, I'm gonna suggest that they have a workshop where they go through all the same things that we went through and see what our recommendations were, and they got if they change it. And then put them into a final document and have a public hearing about still being things hanging out. Like, we're not gonna, I don't wanna have a public hearing and try to change things after that. I want it to be noted. Or either, they can comment all they want, but the commission would either.
Really? Okay.
It'll be next year then.
I'm sure it will be, probably June. Sorry about that, Commissioner.
Don't apologize to me, man.
Okay, thank you for that update. Make sure you put that in the minutes, okay? If there's nothing else to discuss,
Move to adjourn.
motion from Mr. Goff at 6:15, second from Mr. Gant. All those in favor? Opposed? Meeting is adjourned.